What if I told you that America's independence hung by a thread, and the person who saved it wasn't a general, wasn't a politician, but a woman whose name has been deliberately erased from every history book you've ever read? While George Washington gets all the credit, there was someone else in the shadows. Someone who risked everything. Someone who changed the course of history with nothing but courage and intelligence. This is the story they don't want you to know. The story of Agent 355. The year is 1778. The American Revolution is at its darkest hour. British forces occupy New York City. George Washington's army is struggling. Supplies are low, morale is broken, and the dream of independence seems almost impossible. But Washington has a secret weapon, something the British never saw coming. A spy ring operating right under their noses in occupied New York. And at the center of this network was a woman. Her code name was Agent 355. That number in the Culper spy ring cipher meant lady. But her real identity? That's a mystery that has haunted historians for over 240 years. The Culper spy ring was Washington's most valuable intelligence network. Led by Benjamin Talmadge, this group of ordinary citizens became extraordinary spies. They used invisible ink, dead drops, and coded messages to send vital information to Washington's headquarters. But here's what makes Agent 355 different. In the 1700s, women were invisible in society. They couldn't vote, couldn't own property, were expected to stay home. And that's exactly what made her the perfect spy. British officers never suspected that the quiet woman at social gatherings, the lady serving tea, the woman arranging flowers, was memorizing their conversations, stealing their documents, and passing critical military secrets to the rebels. She moved through British high society like a ghost, charming officers, attending parties, and all the while, gathering intelligence that would change the war. In 1780, Agent 355 uncovered something massive, a betrayal that could have ended the revolution before it even succeeded. Major General Benedict Arnold, one of Washington's most trusted commanders, was planning to surrender West Point to the British. This fortress on the Hudson River was the key to controlling the entire region. If it fell, the revolution was over. But Agent 355 was watching. She picked up whispers at social events, strange meetings, coded letters. She connected the dots and sent word to the spy ring. The intelligence reached Washington just in time. Arnold's plot was exposed. He fled to the British side, but West Point remained in American hands. And with it, the revolution survived. This moment alone proves her worth. Without Agent 355, there might be no United States of America today. But Agent 355's story doesn't have a happy ending. Historical records suggest she was captured by the British in 1780. She was taken to the infamous HMS Jersey, a prison ship anchored in New York Harbor. This ship was a floating nightmare, overcrowded, disease-ridden, where prisoners died by the hundreds. Some accounts say she was pregnant when captured. Others say she died on that ship, taking her secrets to her grave. The British knew they had caught someone important, but they never discovered just how much damage she had done to their cause. And here's the most haunting part. After the war ended, her fellow spies, the men she worked with, protected her identity so completely that we still don't know who she was. Some historians believe she was Anna Strong. Others say Sarah Townsend. But nobody knows for certain. Her name was erased, her sacrifice forgotten. While the men of the Revolution became legends, she became a ghost. So why don't we know her name? Why isn't she taught in every American history class? First, the Culper spy ring was so secretive that even after the war, members kept their identities hidden. Some never revealed their involvement until their deaths. The secrecy that made them effective as spies also erased them from history. Second, she was a woman. In the 1700s and 1800s, women's contributions were routinely minimized or ignored. Historians focused on generals, politicians, and founding fathers. The idea that a woman— we teach our children about Paul Revere's ride and Washington crossing the Delaware. But somewhere in a forgotten corner of history, there's a woman without a name who gave everything for a country that would never remember her. Agent 355 was brilliant, courageous, and absolutely critical to American independence. She operated in a world that told her she didn't matter. Yet she risked her life, sacrificed her freedom, and possibly died in a prison ship, all for an idea. The idea of freedom. Maybe we'll never know her real name. Maybe that's how she wanted it. But her legacy lives on in every American who enjoys the freedom she helped secure. So the next time you think about American history, remember this. Behind every great man celebrated in the history books, there were countless invisible heroes. And one of the greatest was a woman with no name, known only as Agent 355. If this story amazed you, hit that like button. Subscribe for more forgotten history that they don't teach you in school. And in the comments, tell me, who do you think Agent 355 really was? Anna Strong, Sarah Townsend, or someone else entirely? Next week, we're uncovering another piece of erased American history. You won't believe what we found. See you then.